Hey there, Money Masters. It's your girl Izzy, back with another episode of Money Matters Made Easy. Today, we're going to talk about something that's as essential to your financial health as water is to your body. We're going to talk about how to build an emergency fund. Now imagine your financial life as a house. You've got your income, which is like the roof, protecting you from the elements. Your expenses are like the rooms in your house, each one serving a different purpose. But what happens when a storm hits? What if the roof starts leaking or a window shatters? That's where your emergency fund comes in. It's like the basement of your house, a safe place to retreat to when things get rough. Building an emergency fund is like building a basement. It's not the most glamorous part of the house, but it's crucial for your safety and peace of mind. The first step is to determine how deep your basement needs to be. In other words, how much money do you need in your emergency fund? This will depend on your personal circumstances, but a good rule of thumb is to aim for enough to cover 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. Once you've figured out your target, it's time to start digging. This is where budgeting comes in. Just like you wouldn't start digging a basement without a plan, you shouldn't start building an emergency fund without a budget. Look at your income and expenses and figure out how much you can realistically set aside each month. Now you might be thinking, Izzy, I barely have enough to cover my expenses. How am I supposed to save for an emergency fund? Well, that's where the analogy of the basement comes in handy again. When you're digging a basement, you don't just start with a giant hole. You start small and gradually make it bigger. The same goes for your emergency fund. Start by saving a small amount each month, even if it's just a few dollars. Over time, those small amounts will add up. Once you've started saving, it's important to keep your emergency fund in a separate account. This is like having a door to your basement. It separates it from the rest of the house and keeps it safe and secure. It also makes it less tempting to dip into your emergency fund for non-emergencies. And remember, just like a basement isn't built in a day, neither is an emergency fund. It takes time and patience, but the peace of mind it provides is worth it. Before we wrap up, don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video helpful, and subscribe to our channel for more easy-to-understand financial advice. So there you have it, Money Masters. Building an emergency fund is like building a basement. It might not be the most exciting part of your financial house, but it's one of the most important. Remember, the goal is not to build the biggest basement, but to build one that's deep enough to keep you safe when the storms hit. Until next time, keep digging and keep mastering your money.